Amsterdam, 2002. The city of canals, bicycles, and culture, where the lights from the cafes dance on the water at night, and the air hums with the quiet buzz of a city that never truly sleeps. But on the night of December 7th, something far more sinister stirred in the heart of this cultural capital. Two figures emerged from the shadows, their eyes set on one of the most prestigious targets in the art world, the Van Gogh Museum. They weren't tourists seeking inspiration, nor were they art lovers gazing at masterpieces. No, they had come to take, and they were willing to risk everything to get what they wanted. The Van Gogh Museum, home to the world's largest collection of works by Vincent van Gogh, stood as a fortress of art in the Museumplein, a cultural district of Amsterdam. On any given day, it was filled with visitors marveling at Van Gogh's swirling skies, vibrant sunflowers, and haunting self-portraits. But on that cold December night, the museum stood quiet, empty, its walls lined with priceless masterpieces guarded by state-of-the-art security systems. Or so everyone thought. The two thieves, seasoned criminals from the criminal underworld of the Netherlands, had been watching the museum for months, meticulously planning every detail of their heist. They knew the patrol schedule, the security protocols, and the exact location of the paintings they wanted. All they needed now was the right moment to strike. At 3 a.m., the streets around the museum were deserted, the city in a deep slumber. The thieves made their move. Clad in black from head to toe, they approached the museum from the rear, carrying a ladder and a bag of tools. Their hearts pounded, not just from the cold, but from the adrenaline that coursed through their veins. This was it, their moment. They scaled the ladder and reached the roof, their footsteps light and cautious. The museum's skylight, reinforced but not impenetrable, was their entry point. With surgical precision, they cut through the glass and slipped inside, landing silently in a gallery just above their target room. Below them, the treasures of Van Gogh's genius lay undisturbed, glowing in the dim emergency lights. The thieves moved quickly, knowing they had only minutes before the silent alarms would alert security. They dropped down into the gallery, their breaths visible in the cool, controlled climate of the museum. There, in front of them, hung two of Van Gogh's masterpieces: View of the Sea at Scheveningen and Congregation Leaving the Reformed Church in Nuenen. The thieves knew these paintings were small, easily transportable, and worth millions. With swift, practiced movements, the thieves cut the paintings from their frames, careful not to damage the canvases. They knew exactly what they were doing. In less than 4 minutes, they had both paintings in their possession. But they weren't safe yet. As they turned to make their escape, a small misstep, a slight noise, triggered the museum's alarm. A red light blinked to life on the security panel at the entrance. Guards were notified, and the police were immediately dispatched to the scene. The thieves had mere seconds before the place would be crawling with law enforcement. They made a run for it, retracing their path to the skylight, clutching the precious paintings close. Their escape route was dangerous and desperate, descending the museum's roof and using a rope to scale down the side of the building. One wrong move, and they would fall to their deaths. But they had no choice. They had to move fast. The sound of sirens grew louder, the blue and red lights cutting through the Amsterdam fog. The thieves, now on the ground, sprinted through the narrow streets and alleys, dodging the occasional passing car and slipping into the maze-like neighborhood they knew so well. They reached a waiting vehicle, a dark sedan with stolen plates. They threw the paintings into the back seat and sped off into the night, blending into the labyrinthine streets of Amsterdam. By the time the police arrived at the museum, the thieves were gone. All that was left were 2 empty frames hanging on the wall, a haunting reminder of what had just occurred. The theft was flawless, almost too perfect. It was clear this was the work of professionals, But the question was, who were they and where had they gone? News of the theft spread like wildfire. The Van Gogh Museum was a global cultural landmark, and the theft of two of its prized possessions was an international scandal. The Dutch police launched a massive investigation, bringing in their best detectives, forensic experts, and even international art theft specialists. Leads poured in from across Europe, but none seemed to bring them closer to the thieves. The police had few clues: a broken skylight, a cut frame, a ladder left behind, and some faint footprints. The heist had been so quick, so clean, that there was little to go on. Weeks turned into months, and the paintings seemed to vanish into thin air. Then, a break in the case. A tip-off led the police to the notorious criminal organization believed to have ties to the art underworld. Two known art thieves, Ottavio Gucci and Raffaele Imperiale, were identified as prime suspects. They had the skill, the connections, and the audacity to pull off such a daring heist. However, tracking them down was not so easy. The two men were already on the move, using fake passports and aliases, slipping through borders like ghosts. The investigators had to play a long game, carefully monitoring their movements, looking for any clue that could lead them to the stolen paintings. Meanwhile, the paintings were now hidden away in a secret location, awaiting a buyer. The art world buzzed with rumors of secret auctions, of private collectors willing to pay fortunes for the stolen masterpieces. But the investigators were relentless. They knew that sooner or later the paintings would resurface. It took 14 long years, but finally, in 2016, a breakthrough came: an Italian police raid on a villa owned by a mafia kingpin in Castellammare di Stabia, near Naples. In a hidden compartment behind a wall wrapped in cloth were the two missing Van Gogh paintings. The recovery was celebrated worldwide, a rare victory in the world of stolen art. The paintings, remarkably well preserved despite their long absence, were returned to the Van Gogh Museum, where they were greeted like lost family members returning home. The Van Gogh Museum theft was not just a story of crime, but a story of art's value beyond money, beyond fame. The paintings, now back in their rightful place, continue to draw visitors from around the world, their colors brighter, their brushstrokes more alive than ever. So, the next time you find yourself gazing at a Van Gogh masterpiece, remember, these works have survived wars, thefts, and time itself. They are more than just paintings. They are pieces of history waiting for you to uncover their secrets. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more thrilling tales from the world of art and crime. Thanks for watching.